Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. In this video, we are going to talk about a major update regarding the notification released by National Payment Trust for the direct recruitment to the post of Officer Grade B, which is for the post of Manager, and Officer Grade A, which is for the post of Assistant Manager. Now, before delving into the details of this post, first of all, let me tell you that basically in this video we are going to talk about officer grade A post only. In the next video we will talk about grade B post also, but here we are going to talk about the eligibility criteria, the syllabus, the salary, all such type of things which this post offers. So if you are eligible for this post, I would suggest you to apply for it because it offers different kind of perks, the benefits, and will give you different kind of opportunities that we are going to discuss very soon. Now moving on to the important dates that are mentioned in the notification. So as per the notification, the online application is going to start from 16th of January 2025, which is from today, up to 5th of February. So this is a date or the time frame within which you can apply for your eligible post. The next thing is regarding the date of the online examination. So it is 25th of February, and this date is for both phase 1 and phase 2. So yes, you are right, both phase 1 and phase 2 are going to get conducted on the same day only. So this is the information that I would say is very significant. So both phase 1 and phase 2 are going to conduct it on the same day. Next is phase 3, which is going to be the interview stage. Also we are going to talk about this stage later on. Fine. So this is regarding the important dates as per the notification. The next is regarding the details with respect to grade A post, that is the assistant manager post. So basically this post offers two type of streams. So you can apply for two type of streams. Firstly, the general stream and then the risk management stream. If you want to apply for general stream, so basically the age based criteria is 21 to 30 years, and the same criteria is there for the risk management stream also. Regarding the qualification based criteria, general stream asks for a very basic qualification, which is full-time graduation or post graduation in any discipline. Fine. So does not matter from from which educational background you come from, you can apply for this post. And apart from that, this general stream also does not ask for any kind of experience. This is also, I would say, a big advantage to the beginners who have just graduated or who have just got post graduated. They can come and apply for this stream. The next is the risk management stream. So basically the age based criteria is same, just like general stream, it is 21 to 30 years, but the qualification based criteria is different. For this, they are demanding full-time postgraduate degree in finance or commerce or economics or statistics or econometrics, mathematics, statistics, different kind of educational criterias or the backgrounds have been given. So you can go through this list, and if it suits you, if you are eligible, then you can apply for this post. Then there is some desirable criteria also, that you need to have diploma in data science, data analytics or data statistics, but this is a desirable. This is not something that is mandatory. So if you have it, then it is well and good, it is advantageous for you. But if you do not have it, then it cannot stop you from applying to this post. Of course you can apply, and you can give the exam. So basically this is just the desirable thing and not the essential one. The next is regarding the experience. So it is also demanding the experience of minimum 2 years in the areas relating to pension, financial sector, special knowledge experience in the investment management or treasury management or risk management. So it is asking for the experience also, unlike the general stream. Fine. So I hope it is clear to you. Next, what do we have? Basically we are going to talk about the salary also. So what salary does it offer? So basically if you talk about the pay scale or the basic salary, so it is going to offer you 44,500 and also 2,500 rupees increment every year. So every year you are going to receive this 2,500 rupees increment up till 4 years. Fine. So up till 4 years you are going to get this increment, which is going to add it to a basic salary on an yearly basis. The next, after 4 years, your salary will reach to 54,500, and again you will start receiving the increment of 2850. Earlier it was 2500, and now it is 2850. And this you will also this also you will receive on an yearly basis. Every year 2850 will be added to your basic salary up till 7 years. Fine, for the next 7 years. Then after 7 years your salary will be 74,450. Apart from that, you will also have to go through this, I would say, efficiency benchmark or efficiency bar. And this efficiency bar is based on your performance. They are going to review your performance, and if you are able to pass through it, basically, then after that you are going to receive this increment of 2850 on an yearly basis for the next 4 years. Fine. And then after this next 4 years, your salary is going to reach 85,850, and you are also going to receive the increment of 3300 for the next 1 year. Fine. So once this 4 years have been passed, next increment range is going to be 3300, and this is going to be get added to your basic salary. And after that, after this 1 year, your salary is going to be 89,150. Fine. So this is the journey with respect to your basic salary. But this is not, I would say, the final salary, because apart from the basic pay, you're also going to receive different kind of allowances. Fine. You're also going to receive allowances such as the grade allowance, the special allowance, the DNS allowance, the local allowance, housing allowance, learning, special grade allowance, all such kind of things. Fine. Apart from that, you will receive other type of benefits also. For example, the leave fare concession, accident insurance, then education allowance, the knowledge upgradation allowance, the conveyance expenses. All such things will be covered as a part of additional type of perks or benefits that you are going to receive. Then what is going to be your CTC? If we sum up all these things, your CTC is going to be approximately rupees 30 lakh per annum. This will be your final CTC. So the total CTC consisting of the pays and the benefits will be approximately rupees 30 lakh per annum, which is, I would say, a handsome salary, and you should definitely apply for this post if it makes you eligible. Fine. So I hope it is clear to you. Next is the pattern of the exam or the mode of selection. So basically it is divided into 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. So phase 3 is the interview stage. So let us talk about these stages one by one. The first stage is the phase 1. So phase 1 includes these type of subjects under the general stream, and these ones for the risk management stream. Fine. If we talk about the general stream, basically it includes the general awareness, it includes the English language, quantitative aptitude, reasoning and analytical skills, commerce, accountancy, management, finance, data analytics. All these type of subjects are there under it, and the maximum marks are 120 marks, and you have to solve it within 90 minutes, because they are going to be within they are going to be of MCQ format. So you are going to get 90 minutes for that, and the maximum marks is 120. If we talk about risk management paper, regarding this risk management, you are also going to receive the MCQs related to the GA, English, quantitative aptitude, reasoning, analytical skills, and the question on specialized subject related to stream. Fine. And the maximum marks are going to be 120 marks for this one also, and the duration is going to be the 90 minutes, same duration. Now if you talk about the general stream syllabus in a detailed manner, so basically for the general stream there are going to be 2 type of cutoffs. The first type of cutoff is going to be the sectional cutoff. Apart from that, there is going to be an aggregate cutoff also. So sectional cutoff and aggregate cutoff, 2 type of cutoffs are going to be there. So this is how they are going to divide the different sections, and this is how they are going to allocate the number of questions and maximum marks to each section. For the English section, there are going to be 25 questions that are going to carry 1 mark each. So the total maximum marks are going to be 25 marks for English. Similarly for reasoning, the same thing is there, 25 questions and maximum marks 25. Then for the commerce, accountancy, management, finance, DA, statistics, all this type of things also carry 25 marks weightage and 25 questions. Then for the QA, 25 questions, 25 marks, and for the GA it carries 20 questions and the weightage is of 20 marks. So the total is 120 marks and the time duration is 90 minutes. This is something that we have already seen. Next, for the risk management paper, again you are going to get English language, and the test of reasoning is going to be there for the 25, 25, 25, 25, and lastly GA again 20. So the pattern is going to be the same which is of 120 marks, and the duration is going to be 90 minutes. So this is about the pattern with respect to the phase 1. There are few important other additional points also that are highlighted in the notification. So let us go through that. So basically phase 1 will be conducted, phase 1 examination will be conducted in a single shift, and the test will be bilingual in nature, except the English paper. Of course, the English paper is going to be in the English language only. Rest of the papers are going to be in English as well as in Hindi. Fine. The next is that this is the information that I have already shared, that the phase 1 and phase 2 examination shall be conducted on the same day, and also candidates would need to secure separate cutoff in each section as well as the aggregate cutoff as decided by NPS Trust in phase 1 exam in order for their phase 2 paper to be evaluated. Fine. So your phase 2 paper will not be evaluated if you're not able to clear the phase 1 examination. Both the examination are going to be conducted on the same day only. So you have to clear both the cutoff, that is the sectional cutoff and also the aggregate cutoff. Next is regarding the negative marking. So 1/4 marks are going to be deducted for the negative marking. So please mark only those questions for which you are confident, or there is a high probability that you are going to mark it correctly, or but do not go for those questions for which you do not have any idea. Fine. Otherwise negative mark is going to reduce your net score. So I hope this important points are clear to you. The next is regarding the phase 2. So the phase 2 consists of different type of subjects. So basically it includes the first stream is the all stream. So for all stream we have the paper 1. Fine. So this paper 1 is there in all the streams. It means it is there in general stream also, and it is going to be there in the risk management stream also. So for this paper, what do we have? We have the English paper and the general studies paper, and it is these papers are going to be descriptive in nature. It is going to be a descriptive test, and the maximum marks are going to be 100 marks, and the duration that you are going to get is 60 minutes. Fine. So that is going to be the idea. The next is regarding the risk management paper, so which is our paper 2. So paper 2 are going to be different for the risk management and the general stream, but the paper 1 is going to be common for both the stream. Regarding the risk management, you are going to get MCQs on specialized subject related to stream. What is this specialized subject? We are going to talk about it very soon. Then we have the general stream also, which is regarding the for the general stream, which is paper 2. For this you are going to get the MCQs, you are going to get accountancy, you are going to get management, finance, DA, statistics, Company Act, Indian Trust Act, economics and pension sector, and both of them carry 100 marks each. The time that you are going to get in order to solve them is 40 minutes. Fine. And both of them are going to be in the MCQ format only. This one is going to be in descriptive format, this one is going to be in MCQ format only. Now let us move on to the further details regarding the phase 2. So firstly let us see the syllabus of general studies, which is basically this one. Fine, of paper 1. So what does this general studies syllabus include? Let us go through it. So basically general studies syllabus include for the economic and the social development, the Indian economy, the data and digital economy, innovation in India pertaining to startups, then the technology, SDGs and global initiatives, emerging global challenges, general issues on environment, then ethical issues, international relation and social justice. If you are somebody who is preparing for UPSC type of exam, basically all these things you cover in UPSC, so I would say there would be a good advantages factor. Also, if you're preparing for exams like RBI Grade B or NABARD, fine. So there also most of the things you would have covered over there. For example, economic and social development, Indian economy we cover over there. Then these things are technology, not technology in a detailed manner, but we cover things like SDG. Then regarding the environment related issues. So many of the topics are already, I would say, are overlapping with this general studies paper. So you just have to cover some additional topics. For example, international relation, and the job will be done. Fine. The next is the syllabus with respect to this risk management paper regarding this specialized subject. The other part of the syllabus, which is under the risk management stream only, it also includes economics, the financial institution, statistics and econometrics, commerce and accountancy, finance and risk management. And that is the reason why this risk management has been asked. You know, it is asking for a separate qualification. They are asking you qualification in this very specific subjects, which are from I mean very specific background, which is the finance, commerce, economics, statistics. So that is why the syllabus is also, I would say, it is very much lengthy. lengthy, but it is doable. If you are somebody who belongs to the background, of course you will be in a position to cover it. Next is regarding the general stream. So let us see this topic, which the MCQs that you have to cover with respect to the general stream. What is the syllabus regarding the paper 2 of general stream? So basically it includes the commerce and accountancy. This is the detailed syllabus. Then you have management, you have finance, we have general topics, again the derivatives, all these things that you cover in your finance topic under RBI only. Almost the syllabus is, I would say, overlapping with your RBI syllabus. Then the data analytics, something I would say it would be interesting and new to you. Then Company Act, again this is something that you cover in your other exams also. This is overlapping in nature. Then economics and the pension sector of India and world. Fine. So this is the syllabus with respect to this part of general stream, and I hope it is pretty much clear to you. Apart from that, the detailed understanding of the syllabus, a separate video has been has been created, and Jalit sir has taken that video where he has talked about this syllabus in a detailed manner. So you can go through that video if you want to understand the syllabus holistically. Now there are few other important notes also regarding the syllabus. So there shall be negative marking of 1/4, which is very much similar to the phase 1 only. Then there shall be a minimum cutoff for paper 1 and paper 2 of phase 2, and candidates would need to secure separate cutoff in each paper and the aggregate cutoff also in order to get shortlisted for phase 3. Fine. So that is something that has been highlighted, that you need to qualify paper 1 separately, you need to qualify paper 2 separately, and apart from that you need to qualify the overall or aggregate cutoff also. So this is something that has been highlighted in the important note. The next point is regarding subject to the criteria mentioned above, candidates will be shortlisted in relation to the number of vacancy in order of merit for phase 3, that is interview. This is, I would say, a very general information. And lastly, regarding the language, that all question papers in both phases except the test of English and general studies. So both English and general studies are going to be in the English language only. Fine. So but rest of the papers, they will be set bilingually in Hindi and English. So that is the information regarding the phase 2. Now coming to the next phase, which is phase 3, that is interview. So only the shortlisted candidate, they are going to be called for interview, and candidate may opt for interview either in Hindi or English. So whatever language you are comfortable with, you can go for that language, either Hindi or English, whatever suits you, and that is regarding the interview. Then after that, the candidate shall score minimum cutoff in interview to be considered for the post, and the post in this regard will be decided by the NPS trust. Sorry, the cutoff will be decided by the NPS trust. So interview is also going to play a very important role. Why I'm saying so? Because basically, as per the notification, 50% weightage is for the phase 2 and 50% weightage is going to be for the interview. So both of them carry the equal weightage. So you need to prepare wholeheartedly for phase 2 also, as well as for the interview also. Phase 1 is just something, I would say, qualifying in nature. It does not play any role in the merit list. If you qualify phase 1, your phase 2 will be evaluated. Now phase 2 and interview, they are going to be used in order to prepare the final merit list for selection. Fine. I hope it is clear to you. A very important information is that this point, please remember that do not commit these mistakes, otherwise you will be wasting your efforts and money. So basically, candidates can apply for only one post. Either you can apply for assistant manager post or you can apply for manager post. Fine, this is the first thing. The second thing is that either you can apply for the general stream or you can apply for the risk management stream, the specialized stream. Fine. So this is something that I want you to remember. Please keep this at the back of your mind. Go through the notification carefully, watch the video carefully, and whichever post suits you, you can go for it and you can prepare well for the examination. Fine. So I hope it is clear to you. So that is it from my side, and thank you so much. I hope this detailed I would say holistic idea regarding the notification is beneficial for you. So if you have any other queries, any other question, you can write it in the comment box and we would love to answer all your queries. So thank you so much and all the best.